Hi, I'm Corinne Gurry, otherwise known as the Wire Wizard. I invent jigs, and in this particular case today we're going to be using the Really Big Jig. It's a foot square and it has thousands of holes, and you can change the peg positions and make many things, including big splashy pieces like this, as well as small pieces and ear wires and pins too. Let's go. Okay, what I've done now is I've taken that pattern where I've put the loops for the beads at the bottom already and pegged out most of it. It's easy to do wherever you need to put a peg. Place the peg in, wiggle it a little bit to make sure it goes down, and we're ready to start. I'm going to start by just poking the wire through one of the holes in the jig and bending the pattern. I tend to work from out here so I can control this part with my fingers to get the curves that I want. I'm using 16 gauge copper wire. This is artistic wire. I like 16 gauge because 16 gauge is good to hammer out, so you get a broader look, and when you hammer it out with a ball-headed hammer or slightly convex face forming hammer, makes it more impressive. And hammering it with the ball end of the hammer makes divots in the wire and makes it flash the light more. Okay, we're halfway there. This big jig is excellent for making Christmas ornaments and things of that nature. Stars and snowflakes. Winged angels even. Okay, almost done. I'm going to stop right there. Got it all done. And now I'm ready to slide it off the pegs. I'm going to place these round nose underneath and gently lift, trying not to distort the wire very much. Now I can finger lift it off. Before I go to the hammering phase, I'll shape this with my hands a little. When you're bending the wire, it makes it very springy, so it springs off the jig, and I'm unspringing it. But there's our basic form. I have now finished hammering out, which also hardens the wire, makes it stronger and stiffer. Hammered it out using the ball end, and that places little facets all along the wire, so you start to get your real sparkly stuff. And I made these loops at the bottom, and I'm going to now start these. I used some of my favorite Swarovski crystals, and I used 20 gauge copper wire to put through the beads. Needed to have that size. This was 16 gauge. The 20 gauge to put through the beads. Always make sure your beads can spin and they're not too tight. And I'm going to place the first dangle there, then I'll use a round nose tool to close that loop up. So it stays on, in this case, necklace. Here's dangle number 2. I'm sorry. There we go. Tighten it up. Complete the loop. Those are two short ones that I put together. Then I put a longer one together for the middle. And there we have that really nice piece.